Probably pick it up more than you know. It's super loud.
Yeah, it is.
10 seconds!
10 seconds.
Boom. Made it. There it is. 3, 2, 1. Boom. All right, Mr. Sean. How are we doing, sir?
Great, man.
Oh, what a week.
Yeah, that was a wild weekend.
That was a lot.
That was a lot.
We did a whole lot, and it was a great time. But
What did we do? Where were we, Hans?
we were in San Luis Obispo at Headstrong, and we were doing these Slow County games.
What a cool facility they got up there.
They have a kick-ass spot. It is huge.
Dude.
It is.
I
super
kept walking
cool.
by that recovery room and I was like peering in, like, I want to go in there.
Yeah, it looked really, really cool. It looked really cool. I remember when they first put that in, and the hype behind it was super rad.
Yeah.
And then they just, Robbie does such a good job of keeping on top of the gym and doing new things and making things look good. They got that new kid facility in the back now.
I know, man.
Like,
goals, dude.
They've been kicking butt. But anyways,
Maybe year 2.
yes, yeah, we'll get there. We're
We're
doing
doing-
a little
Competition, right? Is that what we're
competition.
doing? Is that
Yeah,
what we're doing over
we're
there?
doing a little competition recap. Sean and I, we competed 2 weeks ago. We had 11. I think it was 11, right?
Yeah, 11.
We had 11 people. You know what? Nope. We had Tyler. Not gonna forget about Tyler.
Tyler.
That was athlete number 12 from
number 12,
One
yeah.
Life CrossFit.
Yeah.
But we had 12 people competing at the Slow County Games this year for multiple different divisions. We had the men's elite, we had the women's scaled team, we had the men's scaled team, we had the RX men's team. So we
Every division.
every division,
Yeah, we had
and then we had the women's elite was
Yeah,
other.
yeah.
So we had a hand in every single pot.
Man, that was awesome. That's so freaking cool.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't even think about that
Dude.
until right now. Wow, that's awesome.
That's rad. I was so fired up about this. It was so cool. I'm really pleased that we had so many of our members hop in there and just like try it out.
Yeah.
I know for a lot of people it was like pretty like nerve-wracking and being like, oh my gosh, I don't know, competing, like testing my fitness levels, like I don't know if I'm ready yet.
Absolutely.
And like
Absolutely.
we went for it, and
We did.
And I know, speaking on behalf of myself and Mike, like man, we got in some deep water there with those boys in that RX men's division. I wasn't entirely sure going in because kind of basing off of last year, I did really well last year, and was like, okay, well I'll bump it up to kind of the next, not the elite division.
Yeah.
They had some kind of in between.
Yeah.
But man, Mike and I put up a good fight. We went down swinging.
Yeah.
We'll hop into that first event.
Yep.
I mean, that first event, I felt like, we practiced that. Mike and I, first out of the water, right, Mike?
That's right.
That's right. First out of the water. We may have got smashed on that bike, but we know what to train for next year. I don't. That's the cool thing about this. It's like you test yourself, and you're like, okay, well, by comparison to these other folks, here's where I'm lacking. Like, and for us, like we did well on the run, we did well on the swim. The bike, man, those guys got us on the bikes. They got us hard on the bikes. So that's part of my training now.
Yeah, I like it.
I thought I was pretty good at the bike, but I guess not.
Yeah, the vibe. It's so
what you learn.
nasty too. I mean, the first event was a triathlon. So it was a swim, it was a bike on a stationary bike, and then it was the run.
Yeah.
I feel that one factor that definitely changes things up is that we always ride the bikes inside.
Yeah.
We got the doors open or closed. There's some airflow.
Oh,
but
you think riding them outside is a big difference?
Not necessarily outside, but just in the atmosphere that we were in. Hopped out of the pool, you're wet, you're cold,
yeah.
you're kind of, you're still nerve-wracked,
Yeah.
but it's, I think it was just the atmosphere of the situation.
Yeah,
like you
okay.
hop out and you're all wet and you got to put your shoes on and
Yeah.
you're kind of flustered and you're
Yeah.
breathing hell heavy.
Yeah.
So that could be a factor. And hey, those other dudes could have been super freaking fit.
Yeah.
And they showed that they weren't super fit in the pool, but then they got to the bike and they were like, okay,
Yeah,
now let's ride.
Yeah.
That's right. So it's like compared to this field this year, yes, the bike is what was kicked our butt.
But what a cool event,
Extremely
It's
cool.
so cool that we got to go do the pool. I know that for me, like that was the thing that finally pushed me to get my friggin' butt in the pool. I kept thinking about it, wanting to do it. Talking about like I was gonna start swimming and all stuff. My kids swim, my wife swims, all this stuff. And then finally I was like, okay, we have an event. It's gonna have a swim in it. I need to get my butt in the pool. And now it's like a regular thing, and it's super cool.
And I think we did a great job for setting up our athletes for success.
Yeah.
So we were able to go to our local city college, and Sean was able to work with one of the gentlemen there, and we were able to get our athletes in. I mean, how many times would you say? At least
I think we got in 6 times.
Yeah,
every Monday for 6 weeks.
Yes, yeah, and so
it made a huge difference.
I mean, a huge difference.
Yeah.
I mean, within a 6-week period, I mean, did you get extremely better at swimming? Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not going to go from not being able to swim to swimming like a champion, but I mean, the way that we were able to have our athletes just get in the water and kind of break that nervousness, because we had a lot of athletes who were not ready to swim.
Yeah.
They were not ready to swim at all, and then the swim event got announced, and they were like, I don't know if I want to do this anymore.
Yeah, it's brutal.
But we were able to set them up for success, and nobody drowned.
No one drowned. So everyone did really well. I mean, getting to watch everybody who's swimming and seeing them, just progressively get better week after week. Like it's kind of repping out. Like I don't know if you remember, like when you first start CrossFit too, like your biggest gains are because like the technique changes.
Yes, exactly.
Right? And it's like I think the same thing was for the swimming. I know, speaking personally, like my first 300 that I swam was like a 5:15, and then it just every week progressively got better. To I looked at the video from the event, and I swam like a 4:26.
Heck yeah!
Which is almost like a minute PR.
Yeah, that's huge.
And it's just because we're just repping it out and getting used to getting long and working on that skill.
Doing all the things.
That was super cool. I'm so glad that we got to do that.
That is. So I would say some takeaways from that event. Just overall with the athletes that were not familiar with swimming, we had Zoe.
Yeah.
We had Marissa. Ken, he liked the water, but he started to get more adapted to it.
Yeah.
I think those 3 are the ones that really jump out to me, because Sarah loved the water. She kicked butt on the water.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the water. A lot of the gentlemen who did it like the water. You and Mike. But I would say those 3, they really put their best foot forward, and even though they were noticeably a little uncomfortable, they still made it happen.
Yeah, made it happen.
So that was rad.
Push through.
Yeah. Because it's not the most. It's scary, man. It's scary.
Yeah.
Trying to
face
swim
in water.
Yeah, you don't like water, and you're trying to swim, and you're not trying to just paddle, doggy paddle. You're trying to go because there's other people around you, so it's hard.
Coach Mike would talk about that. It was like, there's something like counterintuitive about putting your face in water, and your body wants to like lift your head because that's your reaction. It's like,
natural reaction.
I'm gonna die.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're resisting death,
Exactly. Yeah.
The water.
You are. That's funny.
Crazy. All right, event 1. So that was
Boom.
that was cool.
It was.
There's some good pictures of that one too, man.
I thought it was also one last thing. I think that Headstrong, how they had the shuttle. Did you take the shuttle?
I did, yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
I thought that was kick-ass.
Yeah, that was cool.
I thought that was so cool. I thought that it made, it gave the athlete experience something really cool to kind of look forward to.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's a local competition.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Special though.
It's a local competition, and they're like, yo, show up at this time, you're going to hop on a bus, and we're going to shuttle you to the pool. We're like, what? Really? Like, that was cool.
Yeah, that was
I thought you guys kicked ass on that part, taking care of your athletes. I thought that was awesome.
That's what awesome.
2 hours later, we had to build up to a heavy clean.
Yeah, heavy clean. That was cool. Man, watching Mike go hard on that one was really cool.
Yes.
Yeah, dude, the clean was super fun.
The clean was.
I was really jealous. I thought, like, I understand, like, you can't have everybody do the clean ladder, but man, watching the clean ladder was bananas. Like, you and Will and Cameron and what's his face, Logan, redhead, fellow redhead. Yep. Man, you got and Zoe, dude, the clean ladder was rad. And you smashed that event.
Yeah,
I
love that one.
You smashed that event, and that was so cool. Like, so tell me, tell our audience here, preparing for that. I know that you lift heavy often, but I mean, preparing for the shock to the system of that was some heavy freaking weight.
Dude.
It it started higher than my 1 rep. Or no, okay, it started at my 1 rep.
Yeah.
It started.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it was heavy.
Yeah, crazy. So what was going through your mind? How'd you do that?
So the biggest thing for that event, when that event got announced, I mean, we tried to figure out what it could have been, and so we did the 5 bars, and we practiced with 5 bars, doing 1 clean per bar. Because we had no idea. You had no idea what you're getting yourself into. Just a speed clean ladder. And there was 3 rounds, and so I tried to program it as if I was running the competition, and we did a mock comp. And so that kind of I would say that yet again set me up for success.
Nice.
The same thing as when we were doing the swim for our athletes, me doing the speed clean ladder for myself, Logan, Cameron, and Zoe. I think it worked out well, but I would say the biggest takeaway from that would be trusting yourself, running to the bar, double hand grab and go. Because it's so easy for us to kind of get caught up to where we run up to a bar, one hand, double check, other hand, double check feet, double check setup. All of that stuff is super important. Absolutely. In a class setting, I want you to make sure you're doing that. You're not just gripping and ripping. But when it's go time. In that specific competition, I mean, you had to go. So I just told myself, I was like, you know what? There's no time to screw around. You get your ass on the start line as soon as you hear 3, 2, 1. You know exactly what you need to do. You've done it before. You've done this numerous times. So just go out there and get it done. And as soon as the weights were announced, I told myself, I was like, well, you know that you can hang on to that bar, and you better give everybody a fucking show. So that's really what it came down to. I was like, you know, you are capable of doing that. So go get it done. Go get it done. And it was nerve-wracking though. I mean, for sure, we were all in the back. So Headstrong kept us like in the hallway, away from the competition. We were just all corralled like in their lobby. And then they would open up this door, and then they would let a couple athletes out and close the door, and then the music would get super loud, and they would close the door.
Oh man, really?
They would
get quiet from your perspective.
Oh yeah.
Where you were shut off from everybody else.
Because it was fairly quiet where we were. And then
you heard
the just heard the bass going, and then heard the crowd just like muffled, and it was gnarly. So we were sitting back there. 4 dudes would go out, and then no more than like 2 minutes, 90 seconds. Those 4 dudes would come back, and they would be like, like they just ran a hard 400. And so that was kind of nerve wracking. So you're just sitting there, and we're just waiting, and then they're like, all right, Hans, Philip, Rafa, Logan, you guys are up. And so we go out there, and they open the door, and you just see the whole crowd like on the outside. It was gnarly. It was gnarly.
You know who else did really well? Now, I mean, like I said, you smashed it. Watching Will kind of overcome. He PR'd, if I understand correctly,
he did,
right?
325. He's never cleaned that in his life, and he did it that day.
That was awesome as well. I mean, competition again, that's super exciting to see that kind of stuff. Like seeing you pick up 345, and so like, it was so exciting to watch you. But watching Will like hit like a PR and like that celebration stuff too, and hit those. Hit stuff that you haven't hit before. Where you got, all those people around you screaming at you, and like, oh man, just like, that was crazy. It was some cool
It was. I love that event. It was great. And then we also had, Will PR'd. We had Ken hit a 185. He's never done that before.
He PR'd too?
So that was a PR for him. And then we had...
I got a 5-pound PR too.
Oh, you did? Yeah, that's right. We had 2...
And then I got greedy. My previous PR was a 260, and then I got 265, and I was like, let's go 275.
The 265 looked easy. That went up, and
I got buried into the 275.
Yeah. But that event was awesome. That was a good event. I like that one.
You know what was the next really big event that was super cool was the next day, day 2, the freaking lunge, that mess. That was a hot mess. That was row, hold, lunge, sandbag clean, burpee over box, and then back again.
And then back down the same way you came.
That was brutal. That was a terrible workout.
I would say that one was way worse for the teams than it was for us individuals.
Yeah.
Because you guys had to row and you had to hold that bar up on your chest, and then you had to go into the lunges.
Yeah.
And so that bar was not sat on the ground for probably a good like 3.5, 4 minutes.
Yeah, dude, that was brutal.
Which is insane to to say out loud.
I was positively wrecked after that. There we go.
Don't worry, we'll have video. We'll put video and pictures of it.
Eyes were just slowly
It was
dying,
bad.
dying,
It was
dying,
bad.
dying. I think that whole it makes me want to train holds a little bit more.
Yeah,
Because I like my entire trunk all the way around was just completely wrecked for days afterwards. Like
Yep.
even like twisting and anything like that. Like just having to hold that up. Man, I was in a different place. Like
Yeah. Oh, you were visually in a bad spot.
It was one of those things where like the clock was ticking down, and I was watching it in the mirror, and so it was like 27, 28, but it was counting up. I looked at the mirror and I saw it, and it said like 20, but I read it as 50.
Oh yeah.
Because like I was like, oh my gosh, I'm dying. Okay, I got 10 more seconds, sweet. And then it clicked over and it was like 30 seconds.
30
and I was like, oh my gosh.
It went from 58 to 59 to 30.
Yeah,
Gosh.
basically.
Oh no.
And it was hilarious. And so just because I don't know, I didn't have any cycles left to process.
Oh yeah.
Perfectly.
Nothing
in
else.
my brain.
The only thing that's being thought of is just don't fall over.
Hold on.
Don't
Hold
fall
on.
over. Yeah.
Because it wouldn't have been worth it to drop the bar. Because then we would have had to do burpees, and
you
then
would
we
have
wouldn't
to
have
do
gotten any points.
Yep.
So it's just kind of like, all right, I'll just like hold on to
Yeah.
it for as long as you
This
can.
is where I'm at, and this is where I need to get comfortable being uncomfortable. And
I looked at my heart rate after that, and I hit like the 181 or something like that.
yeah.
Standing still.
Yep. Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
Yes.
Trying to stand still.
Yeah, just
and
stand
hitting
still.
like a 181 heart rate.
That's ridiculous.
What a
Yeah.
crazy
That
event
is
that
pretty.
was.
That is pretty ridiculous. Yeah. So that event was great. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Wrecked. Positively wrecked.
So that was the beginning of day. Oh no, that was not the beginning of day 2.
Yeah, that was midday too.
That would be workout number 5.
Yeah.
That one was super
What was
fun.
4 again?
4 was the snatch and the jump rope and the handstand walk.
Oh, that was a fun one. I
That
think that
was
was my
great.
favorite one.
That one was great.
Yeah.
That one was great too.
I will say the snatches by yourself. Well, for the elite guys, you guys all have to do by yourself. But I like the one where like Mike and I shared.
Yeah.
Like it was super fun. Like getting down there and then like taking turns on the
And
snatches.
then getting
That was
out
cool.
and getting 2.
Yeah,
Getting out, getting
that
2.
was cool.
Yeah.
The one by itself was pretty brutal. Like I remember like getting.
It was
into
doing it by yourself was hard, but that one was great. I really liked it. There was a lot of athletes that we have that are moving so well because the squat snatch is such a challenging movement.
Yeah.
And so having like just seeing our athletes being able to either power snatch a barbell, control, hit the overhead squat and dump it, or just power snatching, or squat snatching.
Yeah.
I know Marissa and Sarah, they have no problem with that
Dude,
movement. They love that movement.
I was watching their video because I was in the corral.
Yeah.
And they were just repping those out.
Yeah,
They
they
did
were
such
touching
a
going
good
some
job.
reps. They were
Yeah.
doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Completely smashing that.
Yeah.
What place did they get in that one? I don't remember.
In that one specifically, I'm not 100% sure.
Okay,
I'll be able to look, but
Yeah.
yeah,
They
yeah,
did
great.
really good on that one.
They
That
did.
was awesome.
They did. That was a great event. Dan and Ken, they showed up too because that was one of the movements that they were kind of like nervous about.
Yeah.
But they showed up and they put in some practice throughout the upleading months.
Yeah.
And they practiced and they definitely made some huge progress. And what it really did is it made them hungry to want to do it again and again and again. And so they're excited. They want to do another competition. And I think we already have one. Picked out for February. Yeah. So
For February.
Yeah.
Gotta get a mock cotton going pretty soon.
We do, man. We do. After Miami.
After Miami, get you that.
So yeah, day 1 closed it out, and everybody went home happy. Everyone was sitting in a good spot.
Yeah.
Day 2, we come back. We
Handstand
open up
walk.
with the snatch workout, the handstands.
Hey, another shout out in the handstand walk. Who did really well was Cameron. I think Cameron did really well on the. I watched them. I feel like the training we did a lot of double unders right into handstand walk. And
Yes.
Yeah, he did a great job coming right out, getting right to the bar. especially on those first couple sets. I was like, yeah, let's
Mhm.
go. It's good stuff.
Yeah, if there's one thing that he does love, it is some handstand walks.
Yeah, he did
Some
great.
handstand walks.
He did and snatches too. He did really
Yeah,
good. That
yeah,
was
yeah.
a good event for him too.
It was a good event. He liked that one. He was happy with how he did. If I believe correctly, he got somewhere like he got more than halfway,
Nice.
which was hard. That workout
Yeah, that
was
workout was tough.
very challenging.
Yeah.
It was a very much so go workout. It wasn't really.
And those snatches weren't exactly light. Like they were like moderate. Well,
Yeah,
probably
155 is
Yeah.
a decent weight.
That's light for you. But,
Yeah,
But
but it's-
I still remember doing the comp where 155 was the last weight of a known workout. It would get lighter, it would get heavier as time went on. And I remember like all I needed was to get 3. And I remember like trying
Yeah.
for that, and like that was what was that, like a year and a half or 2 years into training for me, and that was just like the impossible weight. I think my 1 rep was like 155.
Yeah.
And I was like trying to get it for 3, and now it's like you just get stronger.
now
Time goes on.
it's in a workout
Yeah.
with multiple reps, and you're
Yeah.
like, okay, let's do it.
Wild. CrossFit
It
doesn't
is.
get easier. You just get stronger.
Yeah, you just get fitter.
Yeah.
And you just have to go faster. Yeah. It never gets easier, dang it.
Oh man.
Um,
Should we wrap it up on the
Final event.
on the final event or
Final event.
the pizza and beer?
Ooh,
The
we did
final
do
event?
pizza event. Well, what was the final event? Oh,
It was the
Totem Bar.
Totem Bar. Yeah,
Totem
the
bar
Totem
and
thruster.
the dumbbell thruster.
Oh,
That was super quick.
stupid dumbbell
duper
thrusters.
fast. Yeah. We did 9, 15, 21 of toes to bar dumbbell thrusters.
Yeah.
I would say that was probably Zoe's best finish. I think she kicked ass and she made herself proud by she went unbroken on the last 21 thrusters. And that was hard. That sucked.
Ugh.
'Cause I had to do it too. Logan had to do it too. Will had to do it too. Cameron had to do it. And so going unbroken on this last 21,
Yeah.
like, because the 9 is no big deal. You're fresh.
Yeah.
The 15 is like I can do it. The 21 is just it took some guts
Oh man.
to get those unbroken.
Yeah.
But it was fast and it was furious and it was a good way to end out the whole weekend because it was. I mean, if you blink, you missed it.
Yeah.
I think the workout lasted like maybe 3-ish minutes,
Yeah.
if not faster.
Yeah. I think a lot of the guys in your division were like mid 3s.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of 4s and 5s too. Like
Yeah.
you just get buried on that set of 21.
Yeah, your shoulders explode
Yeah.
and it got hard.
Yeah. Oof.
But that was great. That was a great time. And after all of that, we went out to Woodstocks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Woodstocks,
best
thanks for
event.
having us. Yes, the best event number 7.
We had about 40 people show up at Woodstocks. That was a good time.
We did.
Yeah.
We did. That was super rad
that
to
was super
see our community kind of come together with people who competed,
Yeah.
people who didn't compete,
Yeah.
family, friends.
Yeah, that was so fun.
We had people who were who came in from out of town. They happened to be here
Yeah.
visiting family, and so they stopped by. But yeah, getting together with the whole community and everybody at the pizza place was killer.
Yeah,
It was
that
great.
was rad.
We had
I haven't
a
eaten
large
that much,
group.
I haven't eaten that much pizza or drank that much beer
Yes.
in a good amount of time.
Yes,
that was
me
real
either.
good.
Me either. And I don't even think I had too much water post competition. I just because we packed everything up, we got everything all situated.
Yeah.
And then it was time to head over to the pizza place.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
good.
It was
Man,
good.
What a time.
It was a great weekend. At the end of it, I ended up getting third. Marissa and Sarah ended up getting third.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
And so we had a couple people that were on the podium, so it was awesome.
Yeah.
And we had the most athletes there. We had the
Yeah.
most athletes there. We were the most representative of our gym, and
Yeah. Super proud of that. Super
yeah.
proud of all of our athletes.
it
That
was
so
cool.
freaking
You can go out back and you scroll through the leaderboard. It's like One Life CrossFit, One Life
Yeah.
CrossFit, One Life CrossFit, One Life CrossFit. Like there were so many. We had 12 athletes.
Yeah,
We had 12 athletes. So
that was dope.
well, I
Man.
like it. Until the next one.
So the next one. So what's the next one?
So the next one's going to be in February. I believe it's going to be the Golden State Games.
Golden
And
State Games.
It's
all
going
right.
to be in Stockton at
Okay.
CrossFit 209.
Ooh.
So the place that I went to compete at the NorCal Classic 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
So it has huge facility, has an indoor track that's 200 meters.
Oh, so let me running.
Probably. Yeah. Yeah, it was.
That's
huge.
see, dude. That's my new swim right there. Is like running on a track. Like I haven't done any track running.
That's my all-time favorite. I
Yeah.
love the track
Yeah.
since high school. What else do we got? We got new shirts. If anybody's interested, we got some new merchandise. He's wearing a jacket and a shirt.
Double up.
Doing both. We'll display those here. You can check those out if anybody wants any of those shirts. And if anybody lives far away, just shoot me a message on Instagram or something. You can Venmo me and then I'll ship it out to you.
Yeah,
and take care of you.
Limited options now at this point.
We've sold a lot.
We've got a lot of pre-orders. We ordered a bunch of extras and try to get all the popular sizes. But yeah, we're running slim.
We are.
Yeah.
So if you would like some, let me know. We'll get some out to you. We got the competition in February.
We've also got one in Whittier in April.
Battleground SoCal.
Which is not that far
April,
away.
yep.
April's not that far.
Sean and I will be going to Miami in January.
Yeah!
So that's going to be some awesome stuff. Myself,
Wadapalooza.
Malachi, and Raphael Sanson. We qualified as a team of 3 to go elite.
It's going to be some sick content right
It's
there.
going to be killer, man.
You're going to hurt so bad.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to be so rad.
I'm just going to hurt extremely bad and then jump in the water. I know how to swim. I'll be fine. Yeah. But as for Sean and I think that is it. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah.
If you ever want us to talk about anything or do anything or have some topics for us, you can leave them down in the comment section below. Because we're always down to just drink coffee and BS. So
Yeah.
just let us know.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
All right, man.
Bingo. Later, guys.
Nice. Later.
Oh, my legs.